I'm just gonna go on a massive rant, just like usually. So you know what? One thing that I just got a message from a guy. He asked me for advice, and I thought it was interesting. Hey, what's up, man? I thought it was interesting because I talked to this guy a little bit earlier, and we discovered his pattern, his problems, his challenges in dating. And I told him, like, bro, just hop on a call with me, and we'll talk about the situation, and I'll give you some clarity, so at least you know where you need to go, and if not, then yeah, then also fine. You know, at least you know where you need to go. And he was like, no, I think I'll just figure it out myself. I'm like, good, man, let's do it. Let's do it. All good. I'm right here if you need me. I know what's going to happen. I've seen this many, many times again because he's going to be like, no, I'll figure it out myself because he has a little bit of resistance to jump on a call, right? I'll figure it out myself. All right, dude. Hey, what's up, Justin? How you doing, brother? He says, I'll figure it out myself. And I know, okay, within now and 1, 2, maybe 3 weeks, he's going to be back in my DMs asking me for advice. This is typically what happens. So guess what? Back in my DMs asking me for advice. Shows me, good to hear, bro. Good to hear you're good. He shows me a print screen of a conversation that he has. And in this print screen, to me, it's very obvious. Like I see it in one fucking eyesight, dude. I've been in the game for so long. I have genuinely seen it all. I There is not a lot that surprises me. I was talking about this on the live yesterday, dude. If something surprises me, if a woman surprises me, oh, I'm down. I want her. If she's responding a little bit strange or I cannot understand what's going on, like, oh, I'm on it. I love that. Something new, please. So the point is, I've seen it all. So I check out this print screen, and it's very obvious. Like it's a girl from Latin America. She is very very clearly taking his lead. I'll talk to that in a minute, Fazion. She's very clearly taking the lead. She starts to speak Spanish. He continues in English, which is good. He asks her where she's from. She doesn't answer that. She tells him, "Give me your Instagram." He tries to take the lead back by saying, "I don't do the Instagram. Give me your number." She says, No, give me yours." They're frame battling basically, and all is lost. But the interesting thing here, this is what men do. Hey, what's up, dude? No worries, man. Happy to have you on. The interesting thing here is this is what men do. Men tend to, and this is literally like victim mentality in like, how the fuck do I put this? It's like hidden victim mentality. So what men do is after they are completely losing the conversation, the battle is lost. She's taking his frame. She's walking all over them in very subtle ways, and they're like, oh, what do I do? What do they do? What is the ultimate victim move? I don't want her anyways. I didn't want. I don't like these women. I don't fuck with that. This is literally like the classic. In this situation, it had happened a lot more subtle, but a lot of times it's super obvious. Girl's walking there, guy walks up to girl, hey, I wanted to talk to you. Girl's a bitch because guy's a bitch. So the girl's like, yeah, no, thank you. And then the guy's like, yeah, no, I didn't. She wasn't my type, anyways. No, she wasn't. Then why the fuck did you talk to her? If she wasn't your type, then why the fuck did you talk to her? On Tinder, it's the same thing. This was a Tinder conversation. Yeah, I didn't want her anyway. I don't fuck with these women. Then why are you having a conversation with her? It's a lie. Like you're lying to yourself. And as a coach, it's very difficult to get someone to understand that because it's your ego. And you don't like your little ego to be hurt now, do you? So if I tell him, yo, bro, this is what's going on, she's walking all over you, you're losing the battle, and now all of a sudden it's like she's masculine. Yeah, no, I don't like masculine women. You put her in her masculine. You let her take frame. All women are is a mirror of who you are as a man. If this exact same woman would be talking to me, she would be hella fucking feminine because I know exactly what's going on. And you know what? She wants you to tame her. She wants, do you think she wants to be all like this? She wants to take your frame? No. Women, they say it a lot. Like they kind of want to shut their brain down and just be like, la, 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 and just have the man take care of things. That's what they want. So they want to feel emotionally safe. They want to submit to your lead. Does that mean I have to be a strong leader? No, it's all super subtle, right? It's all super subtle. If she says, hey, babe, can we maybe go to that other restaurant? And you're like, No, we cannot. I am alpha male. You're not getting it. You're not getting it. You're not getting it. Anyways, just wanted to share that with you. Guys, don't have a victim mentality. Victim mentality is never going to bring you anywhere. It's a fucking parasite. You think it's keeping you safe and it might feel good in the moment, but it's a fucking parasite. And it's going to bring you absolutely nowhere. Not with women, not with business, not with life. Nowhere. Victim mentality is the fucking enemy, right? Every time when you fail with a girl, take responsibility. Doesn't mean it's your fault. Doesn't mean it's your fault, but take responsibility. Why? Because if you take responsibility, you're learning. Now you're having a growth mindset. Now you're becoming better. If you talk to a girl and all of a sudden the girl isn't into you anymore, you can do two things. Fuck that bitch. I don't want her anyway. She's not my type. She's not my type. I never. I was just entertaining her. Yeah, but I'm too cool for that. I'm way too cool. This is you protecting your own ego. I'm too cool. I'm attractive. I know what I'm doing. It's just that I don't like this girl. No, and yeah, I talked with her for 3 days, but I don't like her. I don't like her at all. No, no. That's one thing. Or, what went wrong? I talked to her for 5 days, and something went wrong. All of a sudden, she pulled back. What did I do when she pulled back? Was that the move? Next time, what could I do better? You see, this second mentality, you're actually learning something. Anyways, how to make someone obsessed. You have to ask yourself, and I know I post videos like this, and I'm happy you're on the live because I need guys like you in the funnel. I'm gonna switch topic right now. But what I was talking about, I had a guy in the DMs. He had a conversation with a girl who was asking me for advice. I had a conversation with a girl, um, and this girl was obviously taking frame. He sent me a print screen. She was obviously taking frame. She was taking the complete charge, complete lead, and he was letting her. In the end, he started to fight a little bit to get the frame back. And this guy, he's a beginner. Like a month ago, he asked me, "Hey, what do I do with this?" We talked for a little bit. I told him, "Bro, hop on a call with me. Like I can teach you all this. I can tell you exactly what you need to do in 15 minutes." And he was like, "Oh no, thank you. I'm good." I was like, "All right, dude, whatever. Like all I can do is give value." So I did that, and then I told myself he's gonna be back within a week, 2 weeks. He was in my DMs asking me for advice. How do I deal with this? And the conversation was a conversation where she took massively the frame of him. She started speaking Spanish. She he asked her where she's from. She never answered his questions. She asked for his Instagram. Then he tried to fight back by asking for her number, but she said, "No, you give me yours." And then he asked me, "What do I do with this? What does it all mean?" I was a little bit late with the response because I was sleeping. But I told him, "Yo, bro, this is what's going on. This is what you need to do." Da, 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 da. And he replied, "Oh no, I already responded to her. I told her, no, you know what? Never mind," which is a fucking weird response. It's super weird. Like she asks him for his number. She's like, "No, give me your number." And you're like, "You know what? Never mind." That's like ultimate butt hurt masculine. That's like being hurt and then like, "You know what? Never mind. I don't even want you." Huh. You think I want you? I don't want you. I don't fuck with these type of women. But you have been entertaining a full conversation with her. So basically, it's just the guy who walks up to a girl is like, "Hey, I want to meet you. I think you're hot. And what's your name?" And she's like, "No, thank you, dude. No, you." And then the guy's like, "Oh, you? Yeah, I don't want you too because you're mean." That's literally it. That's what happened. The difficulty there is it's difficult to coach. It's very difficult to coach because it's victim mentality. It's like, oh yeah, you put the responsibility outside of yourself. I don't want her anyways. You know what? Never mind. I reject you, so you didn't reject me. I rejected you before you rejected me. All right. I rejected you, so I'm the cool one here. It's literally someone protecting his ego. That's it, and it's very very sad, and it's gonna bring you to a very very dark place. Yeah, it's possible. I've done it many, many times. For me, the only exception to always approach is, and this is a personal choice, is when she's with her father. When it's just the girl and the father, then I don't approach because I think if I had a daughter and I was on the streets and a guy would approach my daughter, I'd be like, "What the fuck, dude? I mean, you don't get the picture." And because I would feel like that, I wouldn't do it too. I do it when she's with the mother. I do it when she's with their sisters, with the whatever. I do it only when it's just the girl and the father. I stay away. Then I stay away because I don't want to disrespect the father. But again, that's a personal choice. You can just approach when she's with the father. You can do that if you befriend the father. Uh, anyways, so that's what I was talking about how that very, and the thing is, I've been doing this for so long. Like I have seen it all. I have seen it all with women, but I've also seen it all with men. I have coached so many men. I one look at you, I know exactly what you're dealing with. So in this conversation that I'm having with this young man, and I love him. If you're watching, dude, I love you, and I want to help you. If you let me, the thing is, what you see there is, I have seen men like this many, many times. They get it's the following thing. Okay, I like her. Yeah, I like her. Let me spit some riz. Let me run some game, and then you're gonna try. You're gonna try to run some game, and you have no idea what you're doing. Absolutely no idea. She's taking frame left. She's taking frame right. You're not doing the right things. Now all of a sudden you get confused. You're like, what's going on? So you start to be a little bit weird. Number one rule of the game, guys. Number one rule of the game. Thank you. Thank you, Fazian. I appreciate that. What about when she's feeling you? But okay, I'm going to come back to you later. So, number one rule of the games is be normal, don't be weird, right? So, if you don't understand what you're doing and you're going to get all frustrated, you're like, oh, what's she doing? You're going to be weird. You're going to be overthinking and you're going to say something weird, which is what he did. Said something weird. And something weird doesn't mean like something completely weird, but just weird to her. She's like, huh? What is this? It's weird. All right. For example, when she says, give me your Instagram," and you're like, "I'll take your number." That's decent. That's okay. But let's say that she's like, "No, give me yours." A weird thing there would be like, "No, no, you give me yours." That's weird. That's like, "No, you give. I'm the man. I take lead here." Then you're like obsessed with alpha, obsessed with frame, and it's so sad because it comes from insecurity, and everyone knows except you. Everyone is laughing at you except you. If you're that guy, everyone is like, all right, guy, all righty, yeah, whatever you want. And they're all laughing at you, literally. So the point is, victim mentality is not going to bring you anywhere. Don't blame women for you being incapable. Don't blame women. If you don't get the results that you want, it's only one person's responsibility, yours. If you think all women are bitches, if you think she's way too masculine, that's on you. That's completely on you. So, how to get women obsessed with you? And then I'll come to you, Carlos. Ugh. How to get women obsessed with you? I was saying, like, I'm happy you're on this live because you are perfect. Like, I want you in my funnel. This is what I do. I make videos on Instagram, right? How to get her obsessed with you. It's retarded. Like, it's the most retarded video that I make, and it performs the best every time. It's so retarded to make a video about how to make her obsessed. You know how retarded I feel making that video, but it performs well every time, and it's good because I get people in my funnel. I get people to be like, "Oh, who's this guy? Let me check out his content." Then, when I have your attention, I can actually teach you what you need. So this is what you want. You want how to get women obsessed with me. I want that. You don't want that. You don't. I have had women obsessed with me. You don't want that, dude. You don't want that. You think you want that. You don't. If they are outside of your house screaming and the neighbors are calling the police and you need to go out and talk to her because she's losing her fucking mind because she's obsessed with you. And then next time you're on a date and she is following you and comes to you to your date. Oh, you have a new date? Nice, nice. And she's going to be picking a fight with you there. She's blowing up your fucking phone until you need to say, please leave me alone or I must block you. She keeps blowing up your phone. You block her. She comes over to your house. Another fight. That's women who are obsessed with you. Do you want that? Maybe you're there. You're like, sounds like fun actually. Maybe. I don't know. I personally don't want that. You shouldn't want women obsessed with you. But this is So you have to ask yourself the question, why do I want women to become obsessed with me? Is that something that I actually want? Or do I want a woman to deeply, deeply love me, appreciate me, value me, be there for me, where I can finally relax and be myself and don't need to perform and just be with her, have a good time, live life to a very deep, deep level together? What is it that you want? Yeah, sure. Shoot your question. I'm taking one at the time, answering Fazion now, then I'll answer Carlos, then I'll answer you. So you don't want her obsessed. You don't want that. You want love. You want a woman who actually wants you for who you are, who loves you, where you don't need to think too much about how to make her obsessed and all that shit. You basically just want love. Now, now that we solved that, how do you get that? How do you actually get love? Let me think how I'm gonna formulate this. Because if you want a woman to become obsessed with you, that tells me one thing. You want their validation. You want it. You want women to be like, wow, kind of like you're Justin Bieber, and all the women are like, Justin, Justin, Justin. Oop. That's what you want. And then all when they do that, you're like, oh, I guess I'm the shit now. You get all the validation in the world, right? And I'm happy that you get it. And this is really, it's not your mistake. It's really how the human brain works. It's really, we're all fucked up, dude. Like my top of funnel videos, I want to give as much deep value as possible, but Instagram and people with TikTok brains, they don't allow me. Because if I make a deep video like this, I have two people watching. If I make a video and I say secret CIA seduction strategy, I got 70 fucking K views, 70K. Secret seduction strategy. If I say how to get women completely obsessed with you to where they're sucking your dick and about dreaming about your cum in their mouth, I will get like 100K views on that. They're like, oh yeah, I want that. The thing is, you can get that. You can get that, but it's funny because that's just how attention works. Anyways, so we're gonna go a little bit deep then. Now, how do you get that? How do you get a woman to actually deeply, deeply love you and validate you for who you are? So you don't need to perform. You can actually just experience love and relax. Because you can experience love, but what's the point in experiencing love if you're consistently thinking, oh, what do I do? Oh, what does this mean? Oh, she's sending me an exclamation mark instead of a point. Hmm, let me analyze for 3 hours and then come back with a weird response because I kind of lost it, right? What good is that? Do you even want a relationship like that? If honestly you have a relationship like that where you continually need to think and what does this mean? And let me ask my friends, let me ask Coach Boy. And all I think personally it would be better to just be single. Just jerk off every night. Like that's gonna be a lot less headache. Just jerk off, play some video games, live your life, right? So you don't want that too. You don't want to have the love, but consistently have to work for it and think about it and perform and be someone that you really are not. Right. So you need all of these elements. Now, how do we get there? That's the real question. How do you get there? It's not about the things. Let me put it like this. There's three levels: having, doing, being. First, you need the having. What do you need to have? You need to have the understanding. You need to have the skills. You need to have the knowledge about women, female psychology, all of that. You need all the strategies, you need all the knowledge. There's a lot of misinformation out there, by the way. So you need to have the right knowledge, not just knowledge. You need to have the exact right knowledge. So now you have a good foundation. You're like, okay, I kind of understand what's going on, what women like, what they don't like, who I need. That you have a little bit of an understanding. That's one. Second layer, doing. A lot of people get stuck in the first one. They just absorb information more and 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 more. And then they get conflicting information because a lot of misinformation is out there. And they're like, I don't understand. Oh. And then they have so much information, but they never do the doing. So they never take action. So they just stuck in some sort of mental masturbation. Like they're just like, oh, I have all these game theory. Oh yeah, where are your bitches? They don't have any. They don't have girls because they're all stuck in mental masturbation. And these are the guys in my DM who are telling me, I know everything about game. I know everything about game. I have the knowledge. It's just this one thing I struggle with. No, dude, you don't. Like you don't. You have knowledge in your head, but you don't have embodied knowledge, which is going to bring me to the second part. The second part is the doing. Mm, so nice. Second part is the doing. The doing, this is where you're going to take action. Doing is actually your behavioral level. Now you're going to go approach. What's that going to do for you? It's going to, you have this knowledge in your head. You're going to go out in the real world. These two together, now things are going to click. You're like, oh, wait, look at this. You're going to base your knowledge on actual experience that you have, not on a guy talking on a live to you, not on a guy talking about the secret CIA seduction strategy, but about your real knowledge, like you going out, you having this experience, getting feedback. You're like, ah, see, I get it. So now you're actually getting a sense of reality instead of just all these people online screaming shit at you. Hold frame, be alpha, do this, do that. You need money, you need looks, you don't need bitches. Be solo, be alone, hit the gym. Everyone is saying different things. Everyone is just screaming at you, and they're all saying wild shit because they want to get your attention. Instead of listening to all these random motherfuckers on the internet, instead of just programming your brain with stupid, retarded shit like a CIA seduction strategy, which I made, what you want to do is go out in the real world and actually get a sense of reality. Actually talk to real women. They are out there. I'm telling you, they're out there. You can talk to them. Now, what you're going to get is you're going to see reality because you're going to get real feedback from real women instead of just men screaming at you what you need to do. So, first layer is having men telling you what you need to do, men who have more experience than you. That's first layer. So then you find someone that has actual knowledge where you're like, okay, this is legit. I know that this guy is not talking shit. Like he seems to have been living through it. Then you're going to learn from that guy and you're going to be like, okay, let me test this out in the real world. You're going to go in the real world and test it out. You're going to get experiences. You're going to get rejected. That's going to happen, which is good. It's a lesson. This pain is going to shape you. Maybe you get rejected 10 times in a row and you're like, fuck this shit. And the 11th time you speak a little louder because you're angry and you're frustrated. You're like, hey, come here. What's your name? And you're going to be a little bit more better, right? Maybe. And you're going to get success as well. If you were to just talk to, let's say you talk to 10 girls every day. Dude, if you're talking to 10 girls every day, you're talking to 70 women a week. If you're talking to 70 women a week, that you're talking to 208 women a month. You can fuck one of them. You can. You can fuck one of them. Just statistically, you will fuck one of them. Does that make sense? Statistically, you'll fuck one of them. So that's going to be a positive feedback. You're going to be like, oh, huh, ah, ah. You're going to get that validation that you're looking for. You think you want to get them obsessed with you? You get a little piece of that. When a girl fucks you and she's looking at you like, ah, I want you so deeply. Of course, that feels good. Of course, you can enjoy the validation. You think I'm fucking God. I mean, maybe I'm close to him, but of course, I enjoy the validation as well, right? Of course, I do. It's normal. But now, as you're doing that, the next thing that you're going to do is the next layer of it, which is being. You have all the knowledge now. You've been testing this knowledge in field. You've been getting good feedback, and you have really started to understand a lot of things. If you just keep doing these two, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, boom, you switch to being. Now you're at a point where everything just clicks. It doesn't click here, it clicks in your whole body. You embody this new identity. Everything makes sense. You don't need to think anymore. You're very intuitive. Why? How does intuition work? It's literally your brain getting a subconscious hunch. Your subconscious remembers everything. Everything you've ever seen, smelled, heard, whatever, experienced, it's here, right? You just cannot access it consciously, but it's a subconscious. So what is an intuition? An intuition is where you're like, I have a feeling that something is about to happen. I have a feeling that she's into me. I have a feeling that maybe she's uncomfortable. That is really you having seen a gazillion situations. So you haven't seen it all and have seen the consequences of that situation. And now you get a feeling. You don't even know why, but you just know. Well, there is a reason why, because you've had all these experiences and now subconsciously you're like, okay, I've seen this before. This is what it means. So now you're at being. And this is the point where you can let go of everything. Finally, you can let go of the doing, you can let go of the knowledge, you can just let go because you get it. This is a point that that you can reach if you take the right actions, where you just attract really good, high quality, sweet women, like actually women that you want. For me personally, like I've had that life for a long time already. I cannot even remember last time when I did not have any girls. Like I always have options, and I travel a lot, dude. I travel a lot, and always when I'm in a new city, give me a week, and I found the girl. So the difference for me is I don't want more girls because I don't have time for that. But what I did find is the more I start to embody this, because I'm also ever learning, right? There's levels to the game. The more I start to embody this, the more I start to focus on being instead of having the skills and doing the little trick. The more I started to focus on being, the more quality girls I started to attract. What do I mean with quality? The girls that I personally really, really like. The girls for me that I'm personally like, wow, I like it. That's for me quality. For everyone, that's different. Again, independent thinking. Think for yourself. High quality women. Oh, that must be like a Dubai hottie, like a girl who's like blonde, big fake tits. I don't know. Maybe it is for you. Maybe it is. Think for yourself. Dude, a really fat girl can be a very high quality girl if you're into fat girls. There's no judgment here. If you like fat girls, you like fat girls. Who cares, dude? If you see a fat girl, you're like, oh my fucking God, dude. Oh, I want it. Ugh. Then, dude, that's your 10. That's your perfect 10. That's your quality. There's no judgment in that. Like, you need to date your perfect 10. Again, being. The more you're being, the more you break free from social conditioning, and the more you let social conditioning tell you who you need to like, what you need to want, the more you start thinking for yourself, what do I want? All of you guys think I like fat girls now. I don't. But if you do, that's totally fine. So these are the steps. You move from having the understanding skills to doing, actually going out, changing your behavior, approaching to being, embodying your newfound knowledge. And that your newfound knowledge is now based in reality, based in your personal experience, based on things that you have seen. So you know it's real. I know that it was a very long answer, but as you guys who've been joining my lives for a while already know, I always take my time for an answer. I don't want to give you like do this, do this, do this, do that. I like to really go deep. I like to really build it up. I like to take my time. I like to explain a couple of concepts and explain them to you so that you get a really good grasp. And then I like to connect them all and give you a fucking action plan. That's what I like to do because now you know exactly what you need to do. But on top of that, you also know why you need to do it. And that's important. The only thing that I normally do if someone asks me a question is I troll them a little bit before I answer. Because I always like to troll people when they ask me a question because it creates that pain. They're like, fuck, he's messing with me, fucking asshole. And then when I talk to them, they have this pain, so they're more likely to change. So that's it. The 3 steps. Basically, what you should do. Check out my YouTube because I don't know if you get the sense of it, but I think I'm very authentic, and you're gonna get you do have the understanding. Like, okay, this guy most likely is really he knows what he's talking about. If you like this stuff, if you like this answer, go to my YouTube. In my YouTube, I go a lot more in depth. There's a lot more in depth videos there than on my Instagram. So go to my YouTube, study it. There's literally so much knowledge on my YouTube, and I just started. I posted a shit ton of in depth videos there. Go to the link in my bio. You can go to my YouTube. When you're on my YouTube, you can study. All right. You can get the knowledge that you need. You can get that there. So study the things that I say, study all of that there. Then, next step, go out in the real world and approach. If you have questions about approaching, again, go to my YouTube. My first ever video, how to beat approach anxiety. Go to that video. Then you just keep approaching, keep taking action, join my lives, and keep watching my YouTubes. I keep posting consistently, and sooner or later, it's gonna click. If you keep taking action, it's gonna click. All right, man. I'm happy that that helped. Let's see. We had another question. Carlos, I'm gonna come to you now. What about when she feels you, when she's feeling you, but pulls back because of bad rumors? And if you're a bad And if you're bad at communication, like if in your head all the time. Okay. Couple of things I'd like to unpack. Couple of things I'd like to unpack. There's much to this question. Like you guys think you're gonna ask me a question, I'm gonna give you an answer. I'm not. I won't troll you, Carlos. I'm not gonna troll you. No worries. I'll give you an answer because yeah, okay. I'll give you an answer. What about when she's feeling you? Okay, so at a certain point she was feeling you. Fucking hell. So at a certain point she was feeling you. All right. So that's a good start. So you created some attraction in some sense. But pulls back because of rumors. The thing is, because of bad rumors. If you're bad, so that's the second thing. She pulls back because of bad rumors. It can happen. It can even happen to me. For example, in my situation, a girls a lot of times they hear, "Oh, he's such a player." You need to know how to deal with that. So I don't know what the bad rumors were in your situation. In my situation, it's always the same thing. Oh, you with him? He's a player. He's a player. Yeah, I am. With a good heart though, but I am. Yeah, of course. I like women. So these rumors, like you cannot let it get to your head, right? So it can happen. Like two things. One, if your game is really good, if you're really attractive to her, then these rumors are not going to be an obstacle because she's not even going to hear them. There's this thing called the halo effect. That means that means if a girl thinks you're hot, or a girl thinks you're funny, or a girl think you're confident, they will if they like one thing really really much about you, they will think that you're amazing. They will idealize you. So if she is really into you, she's really feeling you, these rumors, she's going to filter them out. She's literally going to filter them out. She's going to, behind your back, she's going to defend you. She's going to be like, no, I don't believe you. And that's it. She will make up in her mind that it's not true. So she didn't like you just enough to not let the rumors get to her head. Right? That could be a problem of your game, of you not understanding, could also be a problem of just natural processes. Some girls are just not that into you. Doesn't mean you can't start dating them and then they become more into you, but it means that, yeah, maybe they need a little bit more time. Right? So that's the second thing. But I think what you're saying after that, this is the core. This is where things get juicy. And if you're a bad communication, I think communicator, if you're a bad communicator and if you're in your own head all the time, that's the problem. Now we're at the core. That is the problem. If you were not a bad communicator, if you were not in your head the whole time, these rumors, one, would not affect her, because two, they wouldn't affect you. If you were a really good, strong communicator, really fun, flirty, vibey, and you're really present, never in your head, you're always just right there, she would be a lot more attracted to you. She would like you a lot more. And these rumors, she would be able to rationalize them away. She hears these rumors, you're like, nah, that's not true. For example, if someone talks shit about your best friend, what do? Shut the fuck up, dude. He's a good guy. That's what you do, right? Because he's your best friend. You're like, shut the fuck up, man. Don't talk about him like that. If you're with a girl, people talk shit about your girl. What do you say? Shut the fuck up, dude. Don't talk about her like that. You rationalize it. Like you stick up for her because you're invested and you like her. So the problem is you're bad at communicating and you're in your hat all the time. That's the problem. If you weren't, you would not be in this situation. Does that make sense? If you would not be a bad communicator and you would not be in your head the whole time, you would not be in this situation. Or maybe you would be, but you would have a lot of options, so you wouldn't care and you wouldn't ask me this question. And because you wouldn't care and you wouldn't ask me this question, most likely she'll come back to you after this pullback. Does that make sense? Because that's like there are two very core components here. Let me know if that makes sense. Because those are two super important things. One, if you would not be a bad communicator, you would not be in your head the whole time, you wouldn't be in this situation. Or maybe you would, because there's always chance. Maybe you would, but you wouldn't be on my life asking me this question because you wouldn't care. And by you not caring about her pulling back because she heard a little rumor, she would come back to you and come back way stronger. Let me tell you a story about this. This is actually really good. I wanted to share this on the last live, but I was exhausted, so I didn't share it with you guys. But this is a really good story. So listen up. This is a girl I've been seeing here for a while. So been seeing her. We really like each other. Having a good time. She's smoking hot, like smoking hot. I like tattoo baddies. Like I love tattoo baddies because they're always like fucked out there. They have something interesting. Like they're just not normal people, right? If you have tattoos in your face and your neck, like yeah, there's something with you. I like that. I love that. Okay, amazing. Oh fuck. Amazing, Carlos. That's good to hear. Also for you, dude. Yay! Also for you, Carlos. After this live, go to my YouTube. There's so much more that I can teach you. There's so much more that I want to teach you. But I can't teach you here on Instagram. Because on Instagram, in the lives, I can go a little bit deep. But in my reels, I can't go deep. People don't watch that. Go to my YouTube. In my YouTube, there's it's so much more in depth. If you are like, okay, I like what this guy is saying, and I want to be like that. I want to fucking crush it. I want to be confident. I want abundance. I want a really rich fucking dating life. And I don't want this pain and frustration anymore. Go to my YouTube. I am so much more in depth on my YouTube. You'll love it, dude. So after the live, click on the link in my bio and go to my YouTube. It's gonna help you a lot. Now, story I was telling. So what was happening is, as I was saying, I love tattoo baddies. If they have tattoos in the neck, in the face, I'm like, I know that they're fucked up, and I like fucked up. Because again, I've been on so many dates that having a date with a normal girl who's like just hot, but like a normal girl, it's honestly a little bit boring. It's very predictable, and I like it when they surprise me. When I'm like, yeah, I've seen that before. And tattoo girls, like a lot of times, they will surprise you because they, I mean, it takes a history and it takes a path to get a tattoo in your face or your neck, right? Anyways, I was dating this girl, really hot girl, and I genuinely like, I really liked her. We had a very good vibe together. We hit it off really, really well. So before I know it, guys, I wouldn't recommend you to do this, but I can do it because I'm more experienced. But before I know it, I'm seeing her 3 days in a row. So not long, not like I'm staying over, but just like quick coffee. She was working. I called her. Hey, what's up? She's like, oh, I'm working. I'm like, do you need a break? I'm in a neighborhood. She's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Come over for a couple of minutes. So just quick, you know. I get a coffee. I get her a coffee. Here you go. Amazing. We talk, kiss a little bit, get a little bit horny. She's like, oh, I have to work. I'm like, okay, I'll be out. Bye bye. So we're really vibing and things are very natural. Things are going really, really well, actually. Now, the next day, I call her. I'm like, hey, what's up? I wanted to go to XYZ. Feel free to join me. She's like, I can't. I'm busy. I'm like, all right, fine. So I go do the thing anyways. Then the next day, I text her. Hey, what's up? You got time to hang out today? And she's like, actually, I don't. I'm working. And this is really where I'm like, whoa. Because I lost myself because I didn't have a pullback in a long time. I did not have a girl pull back for me in a long time. So, and I kind of lost myself. I was like, oh, okay, because I felt like it was all going natural. She started to pull back. I was like, oh, wait, wow. That's been a while since I had a pullback. So I was like, all right, guess we're going to do the pullback game then. All right, whatever you want, babe. It's cool. So what do I do? What is the thing that you do? I realize, okay, this is really the strategy. You have to come to terms with the fact that you might lose her. So I go in my mind, I'm like, okay, maybe this is the end. Maybe. Such a pity because I really like her. You know, I'm not a machine. I have emotions. I'm like, that's a pity because I really, really like her and I would love to see her again. Like I really, really like her. But am I going to be okay if I would never see her again? Yeah, I was okay before I met her. I'm gonna be okay after. I will be fine. So what am I gonna do? Like, am I gonna chase someone that's obviously pulling back? No. What do? Is you focus on you. For the guys who were in my life yesterday, when I say focus on you, my version of focus on me is just also going on a lot of dates because I just enjoy it. It's just fun, something different. So Sunday, I went on three fucking dates in one day. It's a little bit crazy, and and if you're asking me like, where do you get these girls from, dude? Everywhere. That's it. Exactly. Want but not need. That's it. You really want her. You don't need her. You got it, Carlos. That's exactly it. Amazing, bro. Amazing. So what do? I just live my life, right? On even if you're like, where did you get these girls from? I went out on a Saturday. I went out alone. I don't drink, by the way. So I go out alone. I meet a couple of friends. I'm like, yo, what's up, guys? Where you from? Blah, 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 blah. These guys are telling me, oh, we're going to hit the club. Do you want to join? Yeah, sure. Let's go. Let's do it. We hit the club. In the club, talking to the guys for a bit. I see a hot girl. Boom. I bounce on the girl. Hey, what's up? Blah, 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 blah. Talk, 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 talk. I bounce on another girl. I bounce on some guys. I'm talking to everyone, talking, 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 talking. And there, I kiss one girl, and I get two girls. One of the two that I kissed, I get two girls their number, and both of them they text me the next day. One of them asks me, one of them asks me, I'm gonna take an ice bath today. Do you want to join? And I woke up, I had 4 hours of sleep. I was like, fuck yeah, I'll join. So that's fun. Taking an ice bath with a hot girl, like really hot. Like a girl came up to her and asked her if she was a model as we were taking the ice bath. So that type of hot. So I'm doing that. And after that, I had another date planned, but I was so tired, so I canceled on her. I'm like, so sorry, babe. Let's do next week because I'm genuinely exhausted. A girl texts me, another girl, hey, do you want to come over and play pool? And this girl works in a coffee shop, which is literally 1 minute from my house. I was like, that's 1 minute. I can do that. I can do one game of pool. So I do that, play a couple of games of pool, come back home. And, I was just, for a couple of days, I was just focused on me. I started hitting the gym, talking to girls, working a little bit, like just living my life, right? And then on that Sunday, so that's 2 days ago, on that Sunday, 10 a.m., 10 p.m., I'm finally laying in the bed. Guess who calls me? I'll give you one guess. Who called me? Oh, who would have called me? Who could it be? Oh, I have no idea. Well, I have an idea because I was being called. It's the fucking girl. It's the fucking girl. Of course, it's the fucking girl. She calls me. I pick up. I'm like, "Hey, babe, what's up?" She doesn't even say anything. All she says, "I'm horny." I'm like, "Okay, I'm tired." So I'm literally considering, am I gonna let her come over or not? Because I'm genuinely tired, right? So this is the girl that pulled back on me. Then she comes back, and this is the point. If they come back, they come back full fucking force. They don't come back like, "Oh, hi." No, no, no. If they come back, they come back and they call you and they say, "I'm horny," because it's the ultimate test. A pullback is the ultimate test. If you're strong, if you just keep living your life, keep having fun, you don't need her. You want her, but you don't need her. You got that very, very well, Carlos. If you can do that, she's gonna come back and she's gonna come back strong. She's gonna call you, "I'm horny." I'm like, "I'm tired." But you know what? Come over. Yeah, come over. And then we have like, what happened there. But because there's this buildup as well, like she's also feeling the tension, she's testing you. Now, after the buildup, what's gonna happen is she's gonna be way more attracted to you. So that's that. Guys, give me 1 second. I need to fix something really quick. I'll be back, okay? Yo, I'm back. Where was I? Fuck. Oh yeah, the pullback. Then when she comes back very, very strong. Does that answer your question, Carlos? Like, I know there was a lot of layers to this answer. So first, take responsibility, and I'm assuming that you do. You strike me like the way you asked the question. You seem like someone who does take responsibility. First thing that's important is fix that you're a bad communicator. Fix that. Fix that you're in your head, because if you're present and if you're a good communicator, most likely she wouldn't pull back. But even if you are, she could pull back, just like what happened with me. If that happens, if they pull back, all you need to do is get emotionally affected by it and just really consider the fact that she might leave you and be okay with that. Come to terms with the fact that she might leave you and you'll never see her again. Start living your life like you will not see her again. That's really the core. Start living your life like you won't see her again. So really just focus on your life, focus on your social life, start dating other girls, pick up a hobby, do cool shit, hang out with friends, go on a travel. Basically just do whatever the fuck you feel like doing that makes you happy. And then if she comes back, you're in. If she doesn't, that's not a bad thing, because this is a girl that wasn't meant for you anyways, and you have to be okay with losing them. Does that answer your question? Let me know if it answers your question, or if you have a follow up question, because I'll jump into that. For now, I'll answer the question. Oh, I had another question. I saw it somewhere. Ah, yeah, Justin. Justin, brother. Justin. How you been? How have you been? AD. By the way, Justin, my name is not D. My name is Boy. I understand the confusion because it says the real boy D, but my name is genuinely Boy. So it's like the real boy, and D stands for something personal. I know a girl from the gym for 4 months. I never talked. So one day, okay, so we start there. You know a girl from the gym? Oh, 4 men. Wait, yeah. So you know this girl in the gym for 4 months, but you have never talked. 4 fucking months, dude. It's crazy. 4 months. So one day, she's walking to gym, and I approach her after 4 months. After 4 months of seeing her, observing her, and wanting to approach her, one day you approach her. Said, I saw in gym, and last Sunday I saw in church. I said, where? I said the place. After that, I froze, and she started to walk away. My question is, should I approach her again in the gym? First things first, massive respect. You took action. So I can only respect that, dude. Really. Yeah, that was perfect. Amazing, Carlos. That's good to hear. If you have any follow up questions, let me know. And Justin, dude, massive. Like you took action. You approached. There's 95% of men who would never do that. I don't want you, and we talked about this in the DM as well. I don't want you to criticize yourself. I will do that. All right. Let me do the crit. Let me give you the critic. Let me do that. Right. Because I want you to be proud. Listen, what do you think is going to happen if every time when you make an approach, you're going to be talking like that to yourself, right? Like, oh, I should have done this. Like, that doesn't work. What I want you to do is every time when you make an approach, regardless the outcome, you tell yourself that you're a motherfucking legend. That's so important, guys. Self talk, it's so important. It's really the habit that you're building, because you're building and you're stacking wins. If every time when you make an approach, if she smiles, amazing. If she doesn't smile, if she's like, okay, what I want you to do is you're just like, fuck yeah. Tell yourself, fuck yeah. Who would do that? Like 95% of men, they would never even have the balls. I am such a G for doing this. That's what I want you to do. Because this is really how you build confidence. You associate good feelings with you taking action. The more you do that, the more you're likely to take action. The more you do that, the more you're likely to get results. The more results you get, the more likely you're going to take action. It's an upward spiral, right? So to come back to your actual question, I don't know because I wasn't there. I don't know because I wasn't there. I wasn't with you with the conversation. If I was you and I was having the conversation, I could tell you. because then I could have an intuition of how she was feeling, what was actually going on. But now I lack context. So it's very difficult for me to give you actual advice on if you should approach her, yes or no. Why is that so difficult? Well, because of the following thing. It could be that she was very uncomfortable. Could be. I'm not saying that she was, but it could be. Especially because you didn't talk to her for 4 months. So you have a lot of energy build up, and she has seen you as well in the last 4 months at the gym. She knows you. I mean, she's not retarded. She looks around. She has eyes, right? She blind? I don't think she's blind. So she's seen you as well. So after 4 months, now you're approaching her, and she's like, okay, so that's already a little bit like, right? So now you're gonna approach me. So you should be just quick with it, right? Just boom, 3 second rule. You see a girl you like, boom, approach. So I don't know because I wasn't there. Maybe, could be that she actually was comfortable. And when you froze, maybe she froze a little bit as well. Maybe she is a little bit insecure. Maybe she gets a little bit anxious. Maybe it's difficult for her to have a conversation with a stranger as well. Because a lot of times when we are learning this, we think about us, me, 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 me. I froze. I did this. I did that. I want this. I want. I need. I want. We don't think about her. Because if you place yourself in her shoes, you would see, like, okay, could be that in these 4 months she already noticed me. Could be. Did you think about that? Could be that she already saw me. Could be that she's aware of who I am. Could be that she saw me at church as well. Could be that as I approached her, she could be a little bit uncomfortable. Could be that maybe she's uncomfortable because she doesn't know what to say. So there's a lot to it, and it's difficult for me to answer your question because there's so many layers here that I basically don't see because I'm not with you, right? I'm not with you, so I cannot read the vibe because I can only go of what you tell or what you're telling me. So when I give you advice, my advice needs to be very, very careful. Because if, let's say, she was actually very uncomfortable and I get it wrong, and I tell you, okay, bro, go in, go all in, tell her, hey, I love you, blah, 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 blah. She could be like, what the fuck? She could be completely creeped out. If you felt like she was interested, this is the thing. If you felt like she was interested, you have to go for it again. If she gets very uncomfortable, if she's like, what the fuck, it's him again, oh, you learn a lesson. This is how you create your intuition. This is how you get a good intuition, by taking action. This is literally what I talked about to Carlos. This is how you create that. Oh, that wasn't to Carlos, to Faziano. But this is how you create that intuition, by because now you say, I felt she is interested. You have an intuition that she's interested. Go for it. Then you're going to find one of two things. Either you're right, in which case you confirm your intuition, you train it in a positive way, or you're going to be wrong, in which case you're training your intuition as well. You're like, okay, so in that case it's wrong. If you keep stacking this, that's really how you build like strong intuition, where you can just be instead of do. In your situation, what I would do in the gym, I would not go too strong because you could be wrong. What I would do, if you're in the gym, I would just look, if she's there, just walk by, look at her, she looks at you, you just hi, and you check out her reaction. If you're like, oh hi, and she's like, hi, she's uncomfortable. It's like, oh hi, she's uncomfortable. If she's like, hi, if you can feel it, like, I don't know if you can feel it, I can feel it. If she's like, oh hi, approach. So that's like a feeler, you just say hi, you check her reaction. So you can just walk by, you can just be like, oh hey there, and you just keep on walking. And if her reaction is like, oh hi, then you keep walking, you do whatever you need to do, and then you come back, you're like, how you been? You good? How's your workout going? Yeah, you having a good time? What's your name, by the way? Oh, good to meet you. Nice name. You don't make it too long because it's the gym. Small talk, boom, 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 boom. Talk a little bit. Be like, all right, good to see you. I'll see you again, and then let it go. Next time in the gym, you can maybe talk a little bit later, because in the gym you're actually building up relationships, right? You're not like boom, cold approach. Because if you approach her and you're like, I like you, I love you, do you want to be my girlfriend? And she says no, it's gonna be fucking awkward. That's why I'm keep saying, don't shit where you eat. Do cold approach on the streets. Don't do it at your work. Don't do it at the gym, because you don't want to shit where you eat, right? Because if it's going to be awkward, it's going to be very awkward. And a lot of you are new to this, so most likely the outcome is that it is going to be awkward. So that's why if you're at the point where you're like, no, 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 but really, there's one special Jenny at my gym, at my work, I want her, then all right, I'll help you. Just don't blame me if you fuck it up. Don't blame me if you need to switch gyms. Don't blame me if she gets very uncomfortable around you. If you're going to pursue this, be very careful. Be very subtle. Again, guys, be normal, don't be weird. Game is just be normal and don't be weird. So just have a normal conversation. What does that look like? You walk by. Oh, hey there. She, hi. You, that was a good reaction. I'll go back later. You, hey, what's up? How's your workout going? Oh, it's actually really good. Nice. What are you training? Oh, I'm training legs. Oh, you train legs every day, don't you? Haha, actually, no, I hate training legs. Oh, yeah, me too. Legs are the worst. I wish I could skip leg day, but yeah, I don't. Yeah, no, me neither, because I'm a woman and I need to train legs if you know what I mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Anyways, what's your name, by the way? I didn't catch your name last time. Oh, my name is Little Special Jenny. Oh, nice to meet you, Little Special Jenny. My name is Justin the Pussy Destroyer 69. Don't actually say this. My name is Justin. Good to meet you. Good to meet you. Anyways, have a very good workout. Talk to you later. See you around. Bye bye. Bye bye. And you go out. This is literally 1 minute of conversation. You're leaving a positive impact and you're just laying a foundation. Then next time, now you know her name. Now you walk in, you're like, hey, special little Jenny, what's up? How are you doing? Oh, I'm actually good. You're building a relationship. Now maybe you can talk a little bit longer. You can talk for a couple of minutes. And then she's going to be more familiar with you. Before you know it, she's going to be genuinely happy when she sees you. Because if every time every time when she associates you with positive emotions, that's a good experience for her. What's going to happen if she does that, then I'll come to you, Carlos. If she does that, then what that means is that she's going to be more happy to see you. So that every time when you walk in, she's like, oh, hey, Justin. Hey, Justin. That's how you do it. That's really how you do it. Like, especially in the gym. If you're on the streets, you can go hard. You can actually go hard. I want you to go hard. But in the gym, be very careful. Again, like this, I want you to really print this out and just put it on your fucking wall, dude. Listen, be normal and don't be weird. That's it. Be normal and don't be weird. Go over to her, have a conversation, and bounce. Get out. Don't stay too long because, again, you're going to be weird. What does he want? Why does he keep talking to me? Doesn't he have social intelligence? Doesn't he understand that I'm actually in the gym? I want to have a training. Is he a weirdo? Is he a psychopath maybe? What's he doing still here? I'm uncomfortable. Fuck. What do I do? I guess I'll say that I'm going to go to a new set. Okay, good to meet you. I'm going to go to a new set. Next time when you're in the gym, you're like, hi, Jenny. She's like, oh no, it's that guy again. Oh, fuck. How do I avoid him? Boom. It's awkward. You took a shit where you eat. Now you have to switch gyms. You don't want that. So I hope that helps. Let me know if that helps. If you have any follow up questions, let me know. A follow up question is what if it's the type of female where it's very closed off and she does work with me, by the way? Yeah. Guys, why are you listen? This is a serious question, but also a joke. Why do all you guys want to fuck people that you work with? Why do all you guys want to fuck people in your gym? Why? Think about it. Why? I'll tell you why. Because you don't have an abundance. You don't have options. Dude, you don't want to fuck girls at your work because it can get you fired. You don't want to shit where you eat because it's gonna get weird. And when it gets weird, everyone is uncomfortable. And now all of a sudden, it's fucking hell. She doesn't want to be there. You don't want to be there anymore. And the whole situation is fucked. I'll answer your question in a bit. So the real question you should ask yourself is not how do I get, and I will answer you as well. Like Carlos, I will answer you on how to approach this. The real question is not how do I do this. The real question is why do I in the first place depend on a girl from my work? Why don't I have the ability to just go out in the daytime, go to a mall, go out in the club, and just get options there? I can literally get a date today if I want to. Why? Because I have this skill. I can go out on the street, talk to a couple of people. Some people I vibe with, some people I don't. I find a girl that I really, really like, that we vibe well, and I'm like, what are you doing right now? Nothing. Let's go for coffee. And I have a coffee. Because I have these options, because I can get a lot of girls in whatever place that I go to. I always get girls. I'm not gonna fuck a girl from my work. I'm not gonna fuck a girl in my gym. Because I know if it goes bad, then it's all fucked and it's weird. And I don't want that. So instead of hyper focusing on this one specific girl, you should focus on becoming a man that gets girls. You should focus on becoming a version of you that doesn't need to fuck the one girl from his work because he's too busy fucking other girls. And when I say fucking, I don't mean fucking per se. I don't know what your goal is, but dating, socializing, having options, whatever it is that you want. So that's the real problem there. This is the answer that you need. It's not the answer that you want, but it is the answer that you need. You need to go out and approach girls outside of your work, your gym, or whatever. Just for you, Justin, same thing. You need to actually, and Justin, you're on my lives a lot, dude. You should get this by now. Are you actually going out and approaching girls outside of your gym? Because if not, dude, I'm on to you. I'm keeping my eyes on you. So you need to go out and actually approach girls in real life besides the gym and your work, right? Because if you were to do that, most likely you wouldn't want the girl from your work because you're just too busy. Even if you wanted the girl from your work, you would actually have a chance at getting her. The chance would be higher because you have experience with girls. Now, for you, Carlos, the fact that she's closed off could mean a couple of things. Could be your personality. Could be that she's just closed off when she's with you. Two different things. Nice, Justin. Nice, man. Amazing. Fucking legend. Could be that she's genuinely a closed off person, that she's shy. You need to be patient. You need to make her feel comfortable. Could be that she's just shy with you. Same things, same strategy there. You need to make her feel comfortable. So you need to be really, really, especially because it's from your work, be really careful. Don't take risks. Guys, again, be normal. Don't be weird. Be normal. Don't be weird. Be really, really careful. Have normal conversation. Take it very, very slow. Don't take any risks. If you take a risk and you're not at the level where you can calculate, where you can have a good intuition, you're gonna take a risk. The chances are you're gonna fuck it up. And now you get fucking fired. Now your work is weird. Now all of a sudden you have a weird dynamic going on. You really don't want this, okay? You really don't want this just for an obsession with a girl. Because this is something I've seen so many times. Like almost all of my audience is like this. How about this one specific girl? How about this one specific girl? No, 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 but I want this specific girl. And it's always the same thing. They ask me a question, they want to get an answer for me. Oh, do this, and that. And then they do that. And then they come back and they ask me another question. And then sooner or later, they're going to fuck it up because the moment they start thinking for themselves, they realize they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the intuition yet. Keep it as your lock screen. Exactly, dude. Don't be normal, don't be weird. Because you don't have the intuition yet and you depend on me. Now, you see where this is going? Like, it's not going to go anywhere. So it's always the same thing. Like, what do I do it with one specific girl? It's not about that girl, dude. It's not about that girl. It's about you being at a point where you have to ask me a question about this one specific girl. That's the problem. You need to become a man that's really good with women. You understand them. You have options. You have abundance. Then, if you have 10 girls hitting you up, if you have 10 girls hitting you up, wanting to be with you, and then you ask me, I really want this girl. Can you help me with that? Then we can talk. Then we can talk. Okay, you really want help with that specific girl, but you also have all the options? Sure, we can talk. But if you're not at that point, if you're like, I have no options, but I want this girl, then no, dude, you shouldn't focus on that girl. You should focus on becoming a man that doesn't need to ask me questions about this specific one girl. You need to go out, approach a lot of people, get a lot of experiences, and create a lot of options, right? This is what I do for all my clients. You create a lot of options. Once you have a lot of options, you have a couple of girls in the roster, they all like you, they give you validation, you feel good, you get more experience, you feel more sexually confident, you feel more socially confident. Now you keep adding girls, adding girls. Girls are gonna come, girls are gonna go, girls are gonna come, girls are gonna go. But you keep approaching. You build that muscle. Then what's gonna happen is sooner or later you're gonna find a girl in the with all the girls that you're hanging out with, and you're like, I actually really like her. Naturally, you'll find that you're gonna spend more time with her, less time with them, and that's how you transition into a relationship. And this is good because now two things happen, which is gonna make sure that this relationship is gonna be a successful one. One, you know that you have abundance. You know, if she leaves, which can always happen, if she leaves, I got me. I've been through this. I know what I'm doing. If she leaves, I'll be fine. I understand women. I can get a new girlfriend if I want. Also, she knows this. She knows when I just started to date with him, he had a lot of options. He was really the guy that all the women wanted. He had a roster and he picked me out of all of them. So if I leave him, he will find someone else. He will find someone new. She knows that too. What does that do to the dynamic, guys? Think for yourself. What does that do to a dynamic? When you know you have options, so that if she leaves, you'll be fine. You'll get someone else, and she knows the same thing. Do you think that she would be more motivated or less motivated to be on her best behavior, to do everything in her power to keep you, to have a lot of respect for you? Do you think she will be more motivated or less motivated to fucking leave you whenever you don't listen to her? Whenever she doesn't get her way, whenever she doesn't get what she wants. So you're laying a really good relation foundation for a relationship in that way. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. All right, guys. Any other questions? If not, I'm going to go for a swim. I didn't move my body yet today. So if not, I'm going to go for a swim. Amazing, dude. Amazing. You're getting it, Carlos. You're really getting it. You're a good student. I can tell. Like you're picking up on this really, really quick. And this is good, guys. This is really good. Just like I was saying to Fazian, the thing is, I want you guys are just beautiful. You really are because you come in the funnel. Like you most likely you saw a video of me that it could be like secret CIA seduction strategy, how to get women obsessed. I'll come to your question. I'm sorry, dude. I forgot how to get women obsessed. Like you watched one of those videos, you're like, huh, interesting. I like more know more about that shit. And now you jump on my life, and this is where I have the opportunity to actually teach you. You get me? This is where I have the opportunity to tell you, bro, you don't want women to obsess with you. You don't want that. You know what you want? You want this. And if you want this, you know what you should do? X, Y, and Z. You get me? So now I can act, now I have influence. Now I can actually help you. If you see a video like how to get a woman obsessed with you, that's not helping you. That's not helping you. I'm just trying to get your attention. When I have your attention, here I can actually help you. And Fazian and Carlos, you both are very good examples because both of you came in with the questions that show me that you're at the top of the funnel, that you just came in this movement that we're starting. Both of your questions demonstrated that. Like they were very questions on the surface. And as I'm talking to you, I'm trying to get you to see, I'm trying to drag you deeper. I'm trying to get you to see what's going on underneath the surface. And again, this is not just about girls, guys. This is about life. This is really about who you become. This is about your journey as a man. And if you get really good with girls, you'll make more money too. That's what I see happening for my clients. Not a promise, obviously. I'm going to answer your question. All right. Be patient, dude. So this is not just about that. This is about who you're going to become in this journey. This is about this is a lot deeper. Dude, if you're going to have this attitude, I'm not going to answer your question. You can get the fuck out. Like, I'm not going to answer your question. Bye. Good to talk to you. So it's a lot more deeper than that. Because and you know why, Thug? You know why? Do you want me to take the time to answer your question, or do you want me to just boom rush it quick into it? Because Carlos asked me a question, I'm taking my time for him, right? Fazion asked me a question, I'm taking my time for it, right? If you're gonna be pressing me for a question, you're saying rush the answer for Carlos because I want my question answered now, and I don't fuck with that. So if you can be a little bit patient and have respect for the other guys, I know it's not 50, I know it's five, but I respect my five viewers, all right? If you have a little bit of patience and let me answer the question of Carlos until I'm done, then I will take my time for your question as well. If not, also fine, you can go. I don't give a fuck, dude. I really don't give a fuck. Because I don't want to work with people like that anyways. But so you can make up your mind. Either you stay or you go. I think you left. All right. Then let's talk about his question just for you guys. I'll just lay it out for you here right now for you guys. How to get girls at a club. Again, do you see what's happening here? That's quite a superficial question, but I get it. I get it. And that's a question I ask myself as well. And it's a very fair question to ask yourself. How do I get girls in a club, right? Because it's one of the best places to get girls as well. Justin, by the way, I'm from the Netherlands. So, how do you get girls in the club? The key component in the club is fun. That's the most valuable asset in a club. Fun. The one who's having the most fun is the one who gets the girl. How do you have fun? You have fun by letting go. One thing you need to let go of is I want to get the girls. How do I get the girls to come home with me? I want to have sex. You see, I want to have sex. I want to have the girl. I want the validation. I want to be cool. It's me, 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 me. That does never work. It's not about what you want. You need to focus on what they want. What do they want? Fun. How do you create fun? You let go. And by the way, guys, did you enjoy how I just basically told Thug to get the fuck out? Do you know why? Because the thing is, I'm going to talk more about this club, but do you know why I do this? I do this because I don't care about how many people are on my life. I don't give a flying fuck, dude. I will do these lives in this way when there's five people watching, and I will do them in this way when there is 100 people watching. I do not give a flying fuck. Why? Because this is not about me. This is about you guys. And if you ask me a question, I made a commitment that I will answer your question in the best way possible, where I can give the most value possible. Now, Thug is literally an example of, let's say in a comedy show, you have a guy who's heckling. Thug is an example of that. He comes in, and who is he focused on? Me. Not me, but him. He's like, me. How do I get girls in a club? I want, give me what I want, give me what I need. And I refuse to do that because that's not what I want for this movement. I don't want selfish guys who are like me, 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 me. I don't want that. I want men who are here because they want to make the world a better place. They want to be there for women. They want to create an amazing life for women and thereby also for themselves. They want to better themselves. They don't just want to get the women, they want to help other men to do the same thing. I want to create a fucking movement of guys who are like open minded, willing to learn, committed, create a movement, and really change the world, actually have an impact. And I know there's only five of you in this life, but if I can help five of you guys, I did my duty. Do you get that? So do you see why tell Thug to get the fuck out? It's not because I'm an asshole. It's because I love you guys. That's why I do this, out of love. And I don't want someone hackling. I don't want that. I have no space for that in my life. And what I mean in my life, I mean this life that we're doing right now, but also in my personal life. I would deal with girls or guys for that sense who treat me like that in real life the same exact way. You put up a boundary, you give them the opportunity. This is a very valuable lesson as well. You put up a boundary, you give them the opportunity. Just like I did with Thought. Bro, if you can behave, if you can follow the rules of this life, which are there for a reason, I put these rules there for you, you can stay. And I will answer your question, but you have to obey by the rules. If you don't, that's also fine. Get the fuck out. Do you feel like I gave a fuck when he left? No, I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't even know the dude. I don't give a fuck. It's the same thing when I'm dating a woman. If she is being a bitch, if she's actually being annoying, I will put up a boundary. I'm like, hey, babe, I love you. I want to spend time with you. But if you're going to be like this, I can't be with you. I don't want that in my life. So either we just give it some time, you get it together, I'll see you tomorrow, and we start fresh, or we can end this. It's not what I want. I would have loved for Thuck to stay. I would have loved that because then I can actually teach him and help him. Now I lost influence. I cannot help him anymore because he thinks I'm a dick. He thinks I'm a dick. So I lost influence. But I'm fine with losing that influence because I couldn't help him in the first place. So I'm fine with losing a girl because we wouldn't be able to build something in the first place. Guys, I keep saying this. Like, you see how this is not about girls? Do you guys see that? That this is about way more than just getting girls? This is exactly an example of who you become as a man. The this I always this is beautiful. I always tell you guys, you're looking at game. This is game, right? Me kicking Thug out of the life is game. It's a beautiful example. It's a beautiful example. Do you see that? It's about through game, I became a man. Through game, I know social dynamics. I know I have emotional intelligence. I know exactly the psychology of women and I know exactly the psychology of men. When he is saying, how do I get girls at a club? 5 minutes later, how do I get girls in a club? And immediately, how to get a girls at a club? Immediately. I know exactly what type of man I'm dealing with because I've seen it many, many times before. I know his mindset. I know the type of parasites that he has living in his head. He is a taker. I need, I want me. I know how to deal with that as well because I have seen this. Then, when he doesn't get his way, I don't get my way. You only have 5 views, not 50. Guys, this is not about girls. This is about life. This, you only have 5 views, not 50, is literally a guy approaching a girl, then not getting the result, getting rejected, and saying, I didn't like you anyways. Do you see? Guys, do you see how fucking insane this is? This is literally the exact same psychological dynamic that's going on. Me. I want. I don't get what I want. And then when you don't get what you want, okay, then fuck you. Then fuck you. I didn't want you anyways. I talked about this earlier in the life, and now you're getting a fucking example of it. Girls do this, guys do this. This is it. This is not about girls. This is about life. This is about who you become. And I'm happy that you see that, Justin. That tells me that you're smart. Because this is it. I became this man through women, right? I learned about women, so I learned about psychology, I learned about frame, I know about people, I know exactly what people are like. I have such good intuition for people. So when I get someone, a guy on my life acting like that, I know how to deal with it. I know exactly what I'm doing because I am aware of you guys. I'm aware of the dynamic it's creating. If I just like, I'm sorry, Thug. Let me answer your question because you. So this is not amazing, Fazion. I'm happy you get it. Tells me that you're smart as well. That's amazing. I'm happy that I'm attracting smart men because I like to work with smart men. Now, this what you're seeing is the exact same thing I would do in real life. Carlos, I love you, dude. I appreciate that. And that's something that I'm committed to and I will keep doing because that's important for me. I want to take my time for you and I want to actually help you. Who's your daddy? Like, dude, I'm Thug's daddy. He knows it. He left because he couldn't handle it, but he knows it. Basically, this is how I would do it in real life. The exact same thing. I would do the exact same thing in real life, whether it's a guy, a girl, or whatever. I'll give you an example for a guy. I'll give you an example for a girl. Let's say I'm out. Let's say I meet a guy. Let's say the guy starts testing me. He's like, "Oh, what's that?" I'm just giving an example. What's that tattoo? Let's take this one. What's that tattoo? Like, are you a fucking spider? I'm just making up some shit. In the beginning, I would be vibing. I would assume he's meaning it in a positive way. I'd be like, "No, I'm not a spider. I'm actually a human being. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm actually a human being." Yeah, I take it as a joke. If he tests me again, if he's like, "Oh yeah, well, I think you're a little bit of a stupid human being," now it's like, huh, I guess he wants a motherfucking battle. I guess he's testing me, right? Then what I would do, this is very valuable, guys. So listen up. Then what I would do is give him eye contact that tells him, "Bro, I'm warning you. Back the fuck off." That's what I would do. So he's like, "Oh, I guess you're a really stupid human being." Like, yeah. Anyways, what do you do in your life? And then just give him another chance. Just look at him like, "Yo, back the fuck off," and give him a chance to back off. So ask a question. Be like, just look at him like, "I'm onto you," and then you say, "Anyways, what do you do in your life?" Now he has the opportunity. He can back the fuck off and obey your rules. You see, it's the same thing. You give him the opportunity, "Bro, I'm onto you. You better knock it off, or there will be consequences." If he has two, he can do two things. One, he can back the fuck off. He can be like, "Oh, I actually do this and this and that." He's gonna be on his best behavior because you taught him a very valuable lesson there, that he shall not fuck with you. All right. You didn't say a word. Your energy did it, and that's because you became someone that has the capability to do that, right? And I became that through women. So, or he continues. He continues to test you. Like, "Oh, what the fuck do I do for work? What do you even do for work?" Now you can actually call him out. You can be like, "Bro, what's up with your attitude? I'm coming here, want to have a conversation. You're being all weird. What's up? What's your problem? Something going on? You can tell me. You don't have to be passive aggressive." Then he has another opportunity. Either he's going to be like, "I don't like this about you." Okay, boom, you can have a conversation about it. Or he backs off. Or he goes double down. Or he backs off. He's like, "I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Like, I'm having a bad day." You're like, "That's good, bro. I love you, man. It's fine. What's your name? Let's talk about it. What's going on? Can I help you?" Or he's going to double down. He's going to be like, oh yeah. And he's going to want to fight you or whatever. Like, he's going to be more aggressive. In which case, you just remove yourself from the situation. That's the ultimate punishment. The ultimate punishment is they not get to spend time with you anymore because he doesn't know. He doesn't know I can teach him about girls. He doesn't know I can teach him about business. I have a lot of value to give as a friend. If you're my friend, you're a lucky guy because I can teach you all of this for free. He doesn't know that. But if he would treat me a little bit with more respect, we could vibe and, I could teach him all of this shit. But he doesn't. So the ultimate punishment for me is I take away my attention. "Oh, you're still here, dude. All right." So I actually just answered your question. Did you leave? Let me know. Did you leave? Or were you here the whole time? So you take away your presence. Like, that's the ultimate punishment. You take away your presence. That's the ultimate punishment. With girls, it's the exact same thing. With girls, if they test you, you give them a warning sign. If they keep testing you, you give them a consequence, you give them an opportunity. Then if they keep testing you, you just take away your presence. That's the ultimate punishment. Yo, Thug, are you still here? Or did this guy just join the live to say how to get girls in the club and then leave? Because if that's the case, if he joined the live to say how to get girls in the club and then leave, then Thug, I'm sorry to tell you, but I just make you my bitch. Because that means that emotionally I influenced you. You got an emotional reaction, you laughed, you're angry, and then you've been thinking, "Oh, I'm so angry. I'm angry, man. I didn't get what I wanted. I didn't get what I wanted. Let me come back." And then you came back and you said how to get girls in the club again, and you laughed again because you're like, "Ha!" But now, most likely, I don't know if you're still here or not, but most likely you're still thinking about it. Do you see, like, you got gamed? This is literally, this is, guys, this is so amazing. This is, you put up a boundary with a girl. You put up a boundary. You're like, "Babe, if you're gonna behave like this, I don't want to talk to you. All right. So you better back off now. Focus on you. I'll give you some time. Come back when you're ready, and then we can talk." And then the girl leaves. So Thug left, being angry, thinking about it, "I'm a motherfucking asshole." As in the meantime, I'm running my life. I'm just doing this live with you guys. We're having fun. I'm actually teaching you about what just happened. You're getting all tons of value. I'm pumping my state. I'm happy. I'm having a great time. And then what happens? They come back. Huh? Guess who came back? Guys, do you see? Don't you think this is amazing? This is such a beautiful example of game. And then what we call this is a breadcrumb. They're going to come back and they're going to try to get a reaction. Is it called a breadcrumb? This is so fucking predictable. So predictable. Guys, let me know if you enjoy this. If you enjoy this fucking live demonstration of game. They come back and they breadcrumb you. So they come back, they say something to get a reaction, see if they can actually get you to bend to their will. So that could be an example right here, how to get girls in the club. Just poof, throw it in there and then leave again to just try to get a reaction or some sense. Typically what happens then is they're gonna keep trying that, they're trying to get a reaction. So it could be he's gonna join again, throw something else in there. He could be angry, don't know. He could be sliding in my DMs. He could be commenting under my, like, he's going to be playing a game. He's going to be breadcrumbing because I made him my bitch. That's why. Because I put up a strong boundary. I'm like, bro, we don't do that like this in this life. If you want, you can obey by the rules. If not, then you can leave. He left. It was like, fuck. He come back. He says something because he's angry. Now he leaves again. Like, this is a guy, like, guys, you are here obeying the rules. And do you feel like I'm giving you a lot of value? If you have the feeling that I'm giving my fucking soul to you, that I'm doing everything in my power to help you, hit a fire or 100 or a like. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that recognition because that's really what I'm trying to do over here. So I really appreciate that. So this, like, you guys, if I were to coach you guys, if you signed up for my program and I was coaching you, you would crush it because you've been on this live for 1 hour and 30 fucking minutes, having your attention on me, listening to me, actually asking me questions, really trying to understand and having a really good mindset, like a growth mindset. You would crush it, guys. You would crush it. If you gave me the opportunity to help you, crushing it. Thug, on the other hand, he's going to take a little bit of time. He's not there yet. He is definitely not there yet. He needs some time. He's not at the point where he's like, oh, let me just submit to the rules and really learn from this guy that knows what he's talking about so that I can become better, so that I can learn things. No. He's at the point where he's like, let me jump on this live, take value, take, me. And if I don't get what I want, I'm out. Do you see that? Who do you think actually gets further in life? Who do you think starts crushing it with women? Someone who's like, let me jump on this live, take, and I don't get what I want. I get angry and pissed and be weird. This is like an example of him not being normal and actually being weird. Don't you think it's weird? Like leaving the call, then coming back, then saying how to get girls in the club, then leaving again. If I was a girl and he would do this to me, I'd be like, what the fuck is up with this guy? I know what's up because I have a lot of experience in this area, but most girls, they don't. They'd be like, what's wrong with this guy? Well, I don't understand. What does he want? It's confusing. All right? It's confusing. So there's this life, dude, it couldn't have gone any better. This is such a beautiful example of game. Such a beautiful example of game. It's literally be normal and don't be weird. You guys are here, you're being normal, you're not being weird. You're being here, listening, asking questions. That's it. Right? It's very, very simple, actually. So this was I love this. This was such a good example. Such a good example, guys. Where were we before we had this little intermezzo? By the way, I'm super grateful for having him on the call and then leaving again. I'm actually genuinely very grateful. And in a way, I helped him the best way possible. Because by emotionally influencing him, by getting him angry, I'm creating pain, I'm creating anger. He's going to be having this fire. He's like, fuck, which is going to speed up his whole process. Because he's not ready for this. He's really not ready. He's at a very different stage of the game than you guys are. He's at a very early stage. And do you see how all of this comes together? I started this live with saying that there was a guy in my DMs who let the girl take frame from him. And then I started by explaining that he wasn't ready because he doesn't understand what's going on. He doesn't understand the rules. And then he's going to be a little bit weird. You're going to be weird because you're confused. You're angry. You don't understand. And you're like, oh, yeah, you're going to reject me? You know what? I reject you. I don't even want you. I didn't even want you in the first place. Oh yeah, then why are you here? Same thing, guys. Thug, he's like, how do I get the girls in the club? How do I get the girls in the club? How do I get them in the club? And then he doesn't get exactly what he wants. He's like, oh yeah, you have only 5 followers, not 50. You should not behave like this. You know what? You know what? I'm out. And then he leaves. That's literally the same thing. Do you see? It's the same thing. Then he leaves. He's like, you know what? I didn't even want that answer in the first place. Oh yeah? Then why are you on the live and why are you asking me 3 times? I love lives. It's so much fun for me. It's genuinely so much fun. Not only because I enjoy trolling people, but also I feel like in this live there's so much happening. You guys are asking me amazing questions. We get so much more in depth than I can get on the Instagram Reels. It's amazing. Carlos, I'm happy that you're seeing the humor in this. Also, if you guys feel like my lives are entertaining, click hearts, but click one of the emotions, because one thing I try to do is I try to give as much value as possible, right? That's one of my goals. Like I really want to give you as much value as possible. Thank you guys. I appreciate that recognition. The second thing that I want to do is I want to have fun. I want to have fun with you guys, right? Because this is literally a game. I don't understand. Like most dating coaches, what they do is when they explain that game, they're like this, like women will always pull back. If women pull back, then what you should do is you pull back too. And after that, women psychology 101 tells you that you should. What the fuck? Are you talking to that like are you talking like that to women? Who do you think women are going to be more attracted to? Is it the guy who's like, yeah, women always pull back. I am masculine and I have no emotions because I am basically too cool to have emotions. I'm way too cool to have emotions. I have a very strong alpha frame. I don't smile. I'm stoic because Andrew Tate told me that I should be stoic. So, because I'm a little bitch and I listen to Andrew Tate and I believe everything that I hear on the internet, I am actually very, very stoic. Even though it's faking, I am still going to portray myself as stoic. Do you think it's that guy? Or do you think it's the guy who is just trolling people on his live, who's having fun, cracking jokes? Half of the time you see him smiling, half of the time he's making a retarded joke that's not even funny, but he's laughing himself. And the other half of the time he's actually teaching you things and trying to penetrate your mind. Who do you guys think? Who do you think? Who do you think girls like more? Is it this guy that I just imitated? Or do you think it's me on this live just trolling people, having fun, and actually sharing as much value as possible? It's obvious, right? Especially for girls. Girls don't like information. It disgusts them. They don't like information. You know the good old saying, girls just want to have fun. That's true. They just want to have fun. That's all. They just want to have fun. Of course, there's more to it than just having fun. But in general, like, start with fun. So, coming back to the question, how do you get clubs as a girl? Could be that read this question and see if I'm going to answer it now or see if I'm going to answer it after the club story. Could be that don't have enough game make the man anxious and sad. It's finding the satisfaction in the game and in the behavior, not the result. Yeah, you're really thinking in the right direction, my brother. Brilliant. Then I can tell that you're learning a lot from this. You're enjoying a lot of my lives. I don't know if you've been watching my YouTube. I don't know if you watch a lot of my reels. But yeah, dude, like you're learning a lot. Fazion, you have no idea how much I appreciate that. I really do. Because as I said, I'm human, right? This is game. I put my fucking soul in this. I really try to give you the best time, give you the most value, have a lot of fun, connect with you, and actually help you with everything that I can. And although I don't need you here on this live, like you saw with the guy, I want you here on the live. So if you give me validation saying each second was worth attending this live, I'm not dependent on your validation, but fucking hell, I like it. It's good. Thank you. I appreciate that recognition. I really do. I appreciate that feedback. I'm like, okay, I'm on the right track. You guys like this. So I love how this whole life, every example, everything that's happening in the chat is game, right? And I think this is a really good way to teach you guys because you're literally seeing it happening right here is demonstrating 2 points. One, it's teaching you a principle. So, for example, a principle like, yo, it's my rules, or you better just leave. But the second thing is, it's teaching you that this is not about women only. This isn't about women. This is about how you connect with men. This is about business. This is about how you discover who you are and actually live your best life. It's about way more. And I can teach you that as well on these lives with these examples. Because, like we witnessed with Thug, that's really a beautiful example of how men will test you. And they will do this. Your friends will do this. New men that you meet will do this. And people that you might want to do business with, they do this too. That's just what people do. And you need to understand that. You need to learn that. So now let me get back to, could be that don't having enough game makes the man anxious and sad. It's finding a satisfaction in the game and in the behavior, not in the result. Yeah. And Vin, that's amazing. You're thinking really in the right direction. I asked you, like, did you watch a lot of my YouTube? Did you watch a lot of my reels or not yet? So yes, definitely guys who don't get pussy get frustrated, anxious, sad, and alone. With these feelings, you can do two things. One, you can become a fucking incel. Oh, one, there's two. One, you can become a fucking incel and shoot up a school. That's one thing you can do. I would not recommend it personally. I would not recommend that. Or two, you use that, you realize, okay, listen, there's some guys who look like me or worse, who maybe have less money than me or more, doesn't matter, and they are crushing it with women. I am not crushing it with women. What do these guys have that I don't have? And let me make sure that I understand that. So you can use that, actually learn the game. You can use that pain. Pain is such a beautiful fuel. Dude, if you get your heart broken, there's no better place, there's no better time to get in shape than when you just got your heart broken. You have so much energy. That's the beautiful example of when you are in pain, you will change. Same with women. You need to feel anxious. You need to feel sad. You need to feel like a fucking loser because you are. And that you should feel. You should feel like, fuck, I'm a loser. I'm wasting my life. And there are actually guys out there crushing it. There are guys less good looking than I am, guys with less money than I have, and they are fucking the girls that I want. What's up with that? That should piss you off. It should piss you off. And that's good because when you're pissed off, you can change. You can be like, you know what? I don't want that anymore. I want more. I want better. And I'm willing to take responsibility and do the things that I need to do. Second part of your question, yes, you should always find satisfaction in your behavior and in your results. This is a paradox. One, this is what you do. If you approach, it doesn't matter the outcome. If you get a positive outcome, okay. If you get a negative outcome, okay. What you do is you're like, what you do is you you talk like you talk to yourself like, wow, I am so amazing. I'm the shit. I'm a legend. Who the fuck would have the balls to do what I just did? Fucking hell, I'm a gangster. That's how you talk to yourself. You feel it. You feel like, wow, fucking hell, I'm doing this. How fucking dope is that? But seriously, how fucking amazing is that? You're creating something. She's walking there, you're creating something. You're actually doing something. You're being a cause in the world. You're actually making something happen instead of being a little derping zombie who's just like, mm. You're actually doing shit. How cool. Be proud. Every time you take action, be fucking proud of yourself. All right? Two, enjoy the results. If you get a good result, if you say to a girl like, hey, excuse me, just real quick, wanted to stop you and tell you, you look absolutely beautiful. Have a good day. And you just walk off and she's like, oh, thank you. And you see a beautiful smile. That's a good result. That's a positive result. Absorb that result. Really embody it. Be like, wow, she liked it. She actually enjoyed it that I took action, walked up to her and gave her a compliment. She actually enjoyed it. Huh. Maybe I should do this more often. Maybe. Maybe I just made her fucking day. Maybe you made her fucking week. Maybe you made her fucking year. You don't know. So enjoy the results as well. If you get a bad result though, don't do anything with it. If you get a bad result, you want to manipulate yourself. You get a bad result, you're like, fuck yeah, I'm such a legend. Who would have the balls to do that? I just walked up to that girl and I just fucking did it. Fuck yeah. If you get a good result, really enjoy it. Be like, wow, she was smiling. She gave me her number. Yeah. She gave me her number. She wants the D. Yeah. Really enjoy that, right? This is how you manipulate yourself into a upward spiral. Guys, I am really gonna hop off because I've been live for 1 hour and 40 minutes, which is actually insane. It's actually really, really long. But I had a little bit of time today. Guys, this has been a fucking blast. I feel like the lives are getting better and better and better every time. And I'm really grateful for that. I'm really happy with it because I can feel that I'm improving in this as well and I can give you more value. So that's amazing. Super grateful. Super grateful for you guys being here, having the attention span, putting in the effort to spend some time with me so that I can help you to get the best version of yourself. I'll see you guys in the next live. I try to do as much lives as possible. If I find time, boom, I hop on because I enjoy spending time with you guys. So peace out. There's been a blast, and I'll see you in the next live.
Uncle C back in the office.
Yes, understand, coach. So what's the moves then? What am I supposed? What's the action steps I'm supposed to do so that I'm not lost in these kind of situations from now on? You know, and actually have control under situations like this. So is that like you said, if you were talking to this woman, she would be very feminine, right? That's my final goal, right? That's what I wanted. I have, right? Was a woman. And you mentioned that you've seen this picture 1,000 times with guys already. And I would like to ask you, what's the specific situation? You did. You mentioned that
Oops.
I was
Bye-bye.
falling under her frame, right? But what exactly did I do wrong?